Well, the purpose of today's exercise is to demonstrate the effects that cold water can have on the body and how quickly those effects can set in. Today we have a few volunteers dressing out in various ensembles, some with no cold water protection on at all, and they're going to be getting in the water and going to be demonstrating by way of a dexterity test how those effects affect their body and their motor skills.
One. Good luck, guys.
Oh no, we can edit it out, sorry.
Oh! You're okay? Everyone all right?
And the water temp was just above 40 degrees and the air temp was 34, so pretty cold out there. The first guy to come out came out at 12 minutes, and we had one come out as late as 25 minutes. So they were in for quite a bit of time. So we had them thread screws through a number of different size holes, from big screws to small screws. Seemingly simple task, but once your hands and the hypothermia sets in, a simple task such as that can become pretty difficult to do. And having those motor skills are pretty important when you're in a life or death situation on the cold water, whether it's keying up a radio, zipping up a life jacket, or just holding on to an object for protection. This is something we want to keep in the forefront of the public's mind as the temperatures start to rise, the days start to get nicer, and people want to get out in their boat or get out in the water in various capacities. We want them to know that just because the air temperature is warm, those water temps stay cold for an awful long time here in New England. And we want them to know that they need to dress for the water temperature and not the air temperature.
Back in February, on an unseasonably warm day, Arthur Mascufo left with his newly purchased boat, went out to Nantucket Sound. It started taking on water and capsized. He made the prudent decision not to swim for it as his muscles started tightening up. He stayed on top of the boat as long as he could. He wore his life jacket, and probably the thing that saved his life was he left a float plan with a loved one. So when he became overdue, the Coast Guard knew where to find him.
So a few of the things that we want the public to come away from this remembering: have a float plan, give it to a friend or loved one, have a life jacket and be sure to wear it. If you do enter the water by any chance and you're with a group, stay together and always stay with the boat.
The United States Coast Guard wants to emphasize the importance of filing a float plan with a friend or loved one before heading out on the water. There is a downloadable app you can get here to make the process even easier.